Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. And your new Trends Journal coming out soon. And here's the cover. Yep. I want you. From Uncle Sam to Hey Uncle Sam. Yep. It's a freak show. And the freaks are in charge, what they're doing. So, the United States, could you imagine? You see these pictures of these Russian guys in the military, and then you look at America's military. Yeah, it's like they're too fat to fight. Again, America hasn't won a war since World War II, and things getting worse. Again, there's transgender stuff. Do what you want, but don't tell me. I gotta accept it. And they're attacking people that say she or he, and you got to say this, them, or those, whatever. It's a fucking freak show. To me, it's the end of an empire. It's like when I was a kid watching those old movies about the end of the Roman Empire and seeing the freaks in charge. The freaks are in charge right in front of your eyes. They're teaching us fucking shit in school. How about just teaching them reading, writing, and arithmetic and save your fucking crap and shove it down your throat? Or what you like the transgender shit, you could shove it up your ass or any other place you want it. I mean, this is crazy crap. Anyway, a lot's going on. Just breaking news about Ukrainians bombing stuff in Sudan. I mean, but on the economic front, very important. As Trends Journal subscribers, you will know that since the beginning of the year, we had forecast that oil prices would go to $100 a barrel this year. Today, they hit $96 a barrel, just a little under it, for Brent crude. And then it backed off. And it closed like 9 cents lower than yesterday, but still like almost $95 a barrel. Now let's take the bigger picture. Stupid little shitheads, scumbags called politicians in a country near you put these sanctions on Russia, particularly in Europe. Again, we wrote about it as it was happening. We're going to punish Putin. We said, that's bullshit. You're going to punish the people. So now, oil prices have gone up. They're at a 10-month high as the global economy is going down. This is reminiscent of the panic of 2008. This just came out. Global growth forecast slashed. The OECD has predicted the worst economic slowdown since 2008. Growth in the global economy will remain anemic as rising interest rates squeeze business activity, while China's recovery from the pandemic, the COVID war that China began to celebrate their Chinese Lunar New Year, the year of the fucking rat in 2020. Not a pandemic, 99.93% of the people are still alive. Again, this is our cover right after China launched it, and all the media followed it. Coronavirus, 106 dead in China, 1.4 billion still alive. The new Black Plague. We said it was bullshit from the beginning. Going back to the OECD, the pandemic has proved weaker than expected. In the latest economic outlook, the OECD revised downward its global economic forecast for 2024, expecting it to slide 2.7% next year. Yep. And just keeps going on. So now oil prices are going up. This is very serious. And then there's what's going back, they put sanctions on it. And when you read all the bullshit, they blame Russia for the high oil prices, not the scumbags that put like that over there, that guy Schultz over there in Olaf, whatever his fucking name is, over there in Germany. Germany, the fourth largest economy, is in recession. 40% of their gas and oil they were getting from Russia. They're blaming Russia for cutting it off. No, the United States and its allies cut it off. So this is very serious. And then looking at gold prices, tomorrow everybody's waiting to see what the Fed is going to do. The guess on the street is that they're going to keep interest rates to where they are. And 40%, depending on whose numbers you're looking at, are guessing they're going to raise them maybe another 25 basis points in November or December. We're saying they're going to definitely lower them in the run-up to the presidential reality show in 2024. And there's the clown running the show in the USSA. And again, they're going to lower them because this is the clown playing our Secretary of the Treasury, who is the former Fed head. So if anybody's stupid enough not to see who's running the government, you better grow up. You mean she just came from the Fed? And now she's the Treasury Secretary. So they're going to lower interest rates, and that's going to be positive for gold. Gold's going to go negative as interest rates stay high. And again, we got freaks running the show in a country near you. So get your T-shirt. Hey, politicians, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? And the back of the shirt says it without a word. So, moving forward into your trends journal. Lot here. Lots. Economic update. You're not going to want to miss it. Oh, what's going on all over the world and what the economy means. Then we got what the U.S. consumer inflation, retail sales, where they're going, credit card debt, mortgage rates up, what's next? Drivers can't afford car insurance. And they're talking about the world's largest lithium deposit discovered in Nevada. Is that a big deal? Again, we've been writing about this for years. This is total.
That is bullshit.
Yep. But play the game. Recession coming. You ready? Retailers are hiring the fewest seasonal workers since the panic of 2008. That's according to Challenger. It was a gray and Christmas. Manhattan apartment rents, record high. A good article in here. Wells Fargo executive receives no jail time for crime. These people do whatever they want, the banksters, and they get a slap on the wrist. Well, they'll blow your fucking brains out for anything you do wrong. Where were you? How many drinks did you have? Stand on your head and repeat the alphabet backwards. You're going to jail. You're 0.001 over the limit. But the banksters get a free ride. Trends on the global economic front. When the economy falls, jobs go with it. Very important. Very important. This is our 54th week of doing it. You ready? We're bringing you all the numbers of the jobs going down. And today, it was reported. You know why the job numbers are going high? Because those little scumbags, as the T-shirt shows, hey, politicians, who the fuck are you to tell us what to do, are hiring people. That's right. More bureaucrats to suck up their ass. Little slime balls that can't get a job in the real world. They build up the bureaucratic system so they get more voters. That's where your job numbers are growing in the USSA. What else we got? Oh, the European Central Bank raised rates last week. What does it mean? China's economy, what that's going. Ukraine war trend update. That little scumbag, and I'll call that to his face, Stoltenberg. Jens Stoltenberg from Norway, an arrogant man who loves war that couldn't fucking fight Is anybody that supports war, go over there and fight or shut your fucking mouth. Send your money, send your wife, send your kids. Oh, and send Uncle Sam. Send your transgenders to go fucking fight or shut your fucking mouth. This cocksucker, oh, I can't call him a cocksucker. I don't know whether he likes cocks or I can't say the other word. Stoltenberg says, you ready? Get ready for a long war in Ukraine. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? One thing after another, with the bareback in Germany, another warmonger. If only women were in charge. And, yep, that's how it trends journal. There's no way they're going to win. No way. No how. The big lie. And that same Stoltenberg, he said that knowledge is that NATO's, the alliance expansion led to Russian invasion. The deal was made between Gorbachev and Bush Sr. that NATO would not move 1 inch further when the Soviet Union broke down. There were 16 NATO countries. Now it's nearly double. There are 31. Okay. And the Western media keeps reporting on gains in Ukraine and their counteroffensive. Remember the spring counteroffensive that's now going into autumn? And they got these 3 little villages that mean absolutely nothing, but they're blowing it up like it's a big deal. And what they're doing is they're barely reporting what the Ukrainian losses are. And again, their economy's been destroyed. It's going to cost an estimated $500 billion to build it up. But don't worry, they're going to say they're going to steal the money from us to do it. And what else? On and on, on and on. Again, featured guest articles by Dr. Joseph Mercola. Microplastics may be harming your body and brain. Featured trend guest article by Philip Giraldi, former CIA head, who went into Bush's office and showed him there were no weapons of mass destruction ties to Al-Qaeda. Bush told him to leave, and Giraldi, being a real man, top cat, quit the CIA. He has a great article. Americans are being led by lying media and corrupt political class. Yep, a real man of truth, justice, in the American way. And these are all you go to your past trends journals. And by the way, it's averaging over 180 pages a week, and you could read what you want, but you also could listen to it. Presidential reality show, what's going on there. And very, very important, going back to the economy. You ready? The global debt market is now flashing red by Gregory Mannarino. This is so important. What we're giving you, nobody in the world is giving you. Nothing comes close to it. Trends in Technocracy by the Technocracy King of what's going on, Joe Duran. And you get his book on Amazon, Be Human, essays on countering transhuman self-destruction. Yeah, I mean, this is the size of the book. I mean, we're giving you in the Trends Journal what no one else is doing. And then we got trends in cryptos, trends in the COVID war, trends in geopolitics, trends eye views, what's going on, trends in high-tech science by Ben Davis, a whole section on trends in AI, and it just keeps going on. You know, one of these trends eye views, just to give you a few of them, France is moving to recall iPhone 12 over radiation fears. We've been writing about this for decades. I don't carry a cell phone. I got a flip phone that I hardly know how to use it, if I haven't how to use it, and I barely ever take it with me. In the entire year, maybe I made 20 calls, maybe. But again, you look at our Trends Journal cover, people are totally addicted to this. They're the walking dead. They don't have to look at you. They don't have to say hello. They walk down the street dead, and they're killing you. According to the study coming out of the University of California at Berkeley 2 years ago, that if you're on a cell phone for 17 minutes a day, for 10 years, your chances of getting a brain tumor only increase by 60%. So, another AI one's ultra-processed foods led to increased risk of heart disease. No shit. People are eating shit. And you keep it up. As forecast, obesity killing Americans. We're number one. Blimpitis. We're the Americans. And it's costing us hundreds of billions of dollars a year in increased healthcare costs, because of blimpitis. So our medical costs are going up because the people are eating shit food. So again, if I was elected, I'd have a fat tax. The more you weigh, the more you pay. What else do we have? Oh, here we go. Walking Dead. Going back to your Trends Journal cover. Average American spends more time on their devices than with their children. Isn't that great? Yep. You know, I was a kid growing up and televisions were just becoming big. I remember when they turned it to color televisions. The whole family would be sitting around watching Ed Sullivan. The whole family would be there. It's a whole different world now. Everybody's separated. As I said, they got it wrong in the King James Bible. They said the meek shall inherit the earth. The geeks have inherited the earth. Yep. On and on and on. We're giving you everything we can in the Trends Journal. There we go. The meek have inherited the earth. Look at these clown boys. Look at, I love the way they dress with their T-shirts and jeans. They're really, really, really sexy, you know. Anyway, that's about some of it in the Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com. And tomorrow, don't forget to tune in Celente and the Judge. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Very simple. Go to trendsjournal.com. Or maybe being that we got the new cover, maybe we should change it to transjournal.com. But anyway, it's trendsjournal.com. It's the grand total of $2.86 a week. As I say, a lousy cup of coffee at some joint. It costs you nothing, and you're getting everything. Everything that you can't find anywhere else. Don't teach trend forecasting in college. Again, this is just some of my books. Trend tracking, far better than Megatrends, Time Magazine. Trends 2000, international bestseller. They don't teach trend forecasting at Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Oxford, Cambridge. You know why? They don't know how. We're the only ones giving you in-depth trends analysis and trend forecast and what in the world is going on, what to do, and what's next. Because the trend is your friend. And again, going back to the markets before we close down, stay tuned tomorrow. Very closely watch what's going on with the Fed and what the markets and how they respond. And again, the worst is yet to come. We maintain our forecast regardless of what the Fed does. With interest rates where they are, you don't have to gamble in the equity markets. You can get your 5% in money market funds and treasuries, and the markets are going to go down and way down, and the worst is yet to come. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.
At the Trends Journal, the best investment you could make, because it's the best investment into your mind, and it can change how you look at the world.
His work is actually a gold mine. Anybody interested in politics, political trends, economic trends, social trends, cultural trends, you have to follow him, Gerald Celente.
The Trends Journal is one of the greatest sources of information, and and it really is. You're predicting these things well ahead of time. I would encourage everyone to go grab the latest copy.
But a Trends Journal subscriber for 20 years. I just have to commend you. What you guys have put together in your latest Trends Journal, there's nothing like this out there.
Sir, everything that you predicted about the economy, you were absolutely right. So I have followed you all this time. So please take a look at the Trends Journal.
You correctly forecast that the Fed would hike rates quite aggressively. Correctly said that initially gold and silver would drop as the Fed starts to raise rates to 1.5% and above. When we spoke last, Bitcoin was around 49,000. You said you expect to drop, and if it drops below 30, 35, then it could really drop.
Trends Journal, which I would encourage people to go and check out. It's actually a 200-page document, pure data-driven analysis.
Gerald Salenti, the top trends forecaster in the world. Gerald, you had an interesting call back in September of last year. You said gold had bottomed, which is exactly what happened. And here we are, and we're above $1,900.
Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happened at trendsjournal.com.